Whispers in the walls. Late one night, Emily moved into her grandmother's old Victorian house, inherited after her passing. The house was nestled in a quiet, foggy corner of the countryside, its grandeur faded with time. The air smelled of damp wood and mildew, and every creak of the floorboards echoed in the silence. That first night, as Emily settled into bed, she heard faint whispers. At first, she dismissed them as the wind whistling through the old windows, but as the hours stretched on, the whispers grew louder. They weren't random sounds, they were voices. Curious but unnerved, Emily pressed her ear against the wall. The whispers grew clearer, disjointed phrases in a language she couldn't understand. "Who's there?" she called out, her voice trembling. Silence answered. Over the next few nights, the voices became a nightly occurrence. Some cried, others laughed in a sinister tone. Emily began finding strange things in the house. Claw marks on the walls, handprints on dusty mirrors, and pages from an old diary scattered around. The diary belonged to her grandmother, recounting strange events in the house. One entry read, "They want me to stay. They won't let me leave. The walls are alive with their voices, and they grow louder every day." Emily tried to leave the next morning, but the front door wouldn't budge. The windows wouldn't open. Her phone had no signal. Desperate, she screamed for help, only to hear her own voice echo back to her, distorted and mocking. Suddenly, the walls began to pulsate as if breathing. A shadowy figure emerged from one corner, its eyes glowing with a haunting light. "Welcome home," it hissed, in a voice layered with dozens of others. Emily backed away, but the house closed in around her, the walls shrinking, suffocating her. The next morning, the house stood quiet once more, the whispers gone. But if you walk by on a cold, still night, you might hear a faint, terrified voice calling from within, begging for release. Emily was now part of the whispers.